have you guys, whether it's a recent video or an old one, have you been reignited or introduced to like a YouTube video or something that just fucking kills you?
Lindsay,
Yes.
go first.
Why?
Okay.
You need time to think?
I do. Well, because like people.
Tyler was present for this one.
Sure.
I actually sent you one
because we
last
were-
night, Lindsay. So
You did, no, but
That's
I
what
knew
I'm
that
gonna
one
talk
already.
about.
So this is what I hadn't seen before. We are vibing playing Terraria, and
such a
I
vibe,
just
that
start
game.
losing it because my girlfriend sent me a video titled "Big Ike really just said wow," and the thumbnail is very clearly two turtles having sex.
Oh my god, I love this video.
And
Dude, okay, we had a friend in college.
No, but he says wow.
Yeah, no, the one it's not the same one, but
It's-
in this one he goes, "Wow."
He's literally saying wow. And on top of that, the guy filming the video is walking up to them with slices of watermelon and like feeding them watermelon while these turtles are absolutely having wild sex and saying wow. And he's just like, what?
There's
What?
a video. It's
I was losing it.
There's an NSFW video that reminds me of it's a behind the scenes shot. It's a camera shooting the cameraman who's shooting a woman getting absolutely plowed for like a porno.
God.
But the she's laying on the couch, the dude's on top, just going at it like missionary. And they zoom in on the cameraman who picks up like a big like maple bar donut and takes a bite and just goes, you know, like that face you make when it's really good. And the male porn star looks up at him and kind of like nods at him, and so the guy holds the donut out
I've seen
and lets
this
him
video.
take the bite.
Oh my
And the woman
God.
just like has such a what the fuck is happening face. So
Yeah, I
goddamn
would be
funny.
the woman there. If someone
Well,
tried to feed
obviously.
me during
Well,
sex,
First of all, of course you'd be the
I
woman there,
would
but
be a
also
little
you wouldn't be the
scared.
woman there
Well, true.
because it's
Yes,
a man.
yes.
Yeah.
Right, but like if someone just like came into my bedroom while I was having sex and said, "Hey, you want some of this?" I'm gonna be like, "No, get the fuck out!"
Okay, but what if it looked delicious?
It did look pretty good.
Then I would say, "No, get the fuck out," but leave it on the kitchen counter.
What if he offered you a bite? Would you take the bite?
No, well, if I were
She
starring
thought
in a porno,
about it.
yes,
She did
because
have to
it's
think
clear-
about that. There was enough of a
No,
pause.
because if it was a porno, it's inherently fake, okay? So, like, at that
I mean,
point,
yeah.
I'm working. I'm like, yeah, I would like some
working.
food on the job while
Wait,
I'm
so
working.
you
Hell
don't
yeah.
like to eat donuts on the job?
No, I do like eating donuts on the job. That's
She
the
prefers
point.
tacos on the job.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, gosh.
By the way,
funny
that
thing is, too, we're going to a taco place for work lunch on Friday.
by the way, that video, the turtle one, just reminded me. There's a video going around right now where it's two bees like absolutely going at it on some lady's breast while she's at work. No, but like I've never seen a bee like
Just
wind
go-
up and like
Go for
Oh
like
the
you-
my
jackhammer.
God.
just like fucking do it. It's kind of impressive. That's not the video I wanted to talk about though.
No, okay, yeah, you can do yours.
Because there's another video going around right now. It's probably the most popular video on TikTok at the moment, where it's this girl who like she sets up the camera to do like a thirst trap video because
Mhm.
apparently she like really liked her outfit or whatever. So she sets up the camera and then she backs up right into the bedpost, and the sound that she makes, I'll play. Hang on,
He's gonna find it.
1 second.
All right, well, he's searching for
Okay.
that. Just don't play it when you're ready. Just wait till I finish mine.
Of course.
While he's searching for that, there's one video. It's a little bit of an older one that I fucking love because it's super me energy. My favorite thing in the world to do is get incredibly heated about things that do not matter. And this video is this guy, these two dudes who are arguing about the Wizard of Oz. Grown dudes, like college age dudes at the very least, arguing about the Wizard of Oz. And yeah, he did the hand motion, he knows. And he's like, she came down in a bubble, Doug. Just search "she came down in a bubble, Doug." It is so fucking funny. It's like,
Like they were going like
her sister
going
is a
into it.
witch and her sister is a princess. You're gonna come at me and tell me I'm wrong? Grow the fuck
guys
up.
definitely looked like old enough to be his father. Like,
Yeah. But it's just so I've gotten this mad about like movie trivia.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know I love getting heated about shit that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh so much every time I watch that video, dude. She came down in a bubble, Doug.
All right. hang on.
Okay, Adrian's got the. All right,
Hang on.
let's hear it.
You got to see this.
Yeah, all right, hit me. Okay, so someone's gonna edit that to Staying Alive,
Oh,
right?
dude. Hang on.
That's the one I was waiting for.
it reminds me of
funniest shit.
It reminds me of the video where the kid gets pulled by the golden retriever and
Yeah,
smashes their
wow,
face.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the
Yeah, that-
exact same thing.
Well, because it's very my style. Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm the one. Yeah, you found out about it on
Yeah,
the
you're the one
podcast.
who sent it to me.
It's the funniest shit ever. Just like a random noise.
Adrian and I both have a great appreciation for videos that can make you laugh your ass off that are less than 10 seconds long.
Oh yeah.
That I know that's Adrian's number one. Mine is still the Bill Words. Oh hey, how you doing? I'm still a piece of garbage. Just because it's a mood.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
putting it on the Discord. Go ahead and just take a look at on your own time, Lindsay. It is the funniest shit to me,
The moment I heard it, I was like, "You have to do Staying Alive." That's so fucking funny,
dude. They've done so many TikTok covers.
Oh,
There's
man.
like piano
And here's the thing: if you're
remixes
her,
and shit.
you have to lean
Yeah,
into it.
right, Lindsay.
Lindsay's dying. You have to lean into it, right? If she sits there and is like, "That was embarrassing. I feel so shitty about that." Like, no. Embrace it. That is your personality now. That noise is now your
Oh
personality.
my god. I've never heard that kind of pain yelp out of someone's voice before.
Do you do the thing where you hit your knee on something? It doesn't particularly hurt, but you just go, "Ow!"
Yeah,
Like you just say,
Oh yeah,
"Ow."
I do that. I do that when like inanimate, like if I'm not even physically hitting the object, if I'm holding something who hits an object, I go
Yeah,
ow.
and you go, "Ooh, ow!" Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like on its behalf, like
Yeah, right.
ow.
Oh, because it can't say it.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Crack Open a Cryptid. I'm Tyler Shively.
I'm Adrian Castro.
These ones crack nice. And
I'm
Lindsay
turning
is
off
going to
my
turn
noise
off her
suppre-
noise canceller.
Okay. And I'm
There it
Lindsey.
is. There it is. We're back.
Ah!
We got some. This, I haven't even taken a taste yet. This smells exactly like a strawberry fruit roll-up. Just
Okay,
take a
no.
just take a whiff of this, Adrian. Tell me that's not a strawberry fruit roll-up.
It's not a strawberry fruit roll-up.
What is it?
It kind of
It's
smells
not.
like it though.
I thought you were gonna be like, no, that's a truly strawberry. hibiscus."
Yeah.
You're gonna like that. And it reminds me of this is gonna sound really weird.
Oh, that's so good.
It makes me feel like I'm drinking my shampoo because I use
Like an herbal
pomegranate
essences.
hibiscus
Yeah.
shampoo.
No, I 100% get what you're saying. It's like
Alright.
how shampoo should taste by the
Yes.
smell.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'm
if I were
drinking...
gonna go into my
Yeah, your fridge.
go ahead.
Yeah,
I was gonna say fridge, but it's not where I keep my shampoo. If I was about to go into my bathroom and go drink that shampoo, it better taste like what Tyler's drinking.
Right?
all right. So I'm drinking the watermelon cucumber Truly, which I think last time Lindsay said tasted like ass.
I didn't like it. Yeah.
She don't
Yeah.
like it. Give it a little. How you feeling?
Eh.
Here, you want to trade real quick? You want to swap some spit?
Sure, always
Alright.
with you.
Let's get a little sniff off this. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It smells like cleaning fluid.
That tastes just the same.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, you don't like it, right?
That's like 30-70 watermelon to cucumber.
All right, so
That is majority cucumber. That is like just drinking a cucumber
Alright.
that scraped its ass against the watermelon.
so here's the thing though. My palate might not be like 100%.
I have a pretty alright palate.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I just ate like 2 McChickens with the Dr. Pepper, then immediately followed it up with that Pepsi
The Pepsi Nitro,
and
right? Yep.
and the Angry Orchard, the
Oh,
peach
yeah,
or
so
mango.
You didn't have any palate cleansers.
I didn't have any palate cleansers in between. Oh, and the marshmallows too. Tyler brought me
yeah.
this lovely bag of marshmallows.
They're really tasty.
Yeah.
They were Easter marshmallows, so they went on discount, and I was like, that belongs to me now.
Yeah, delicious. But yeah, no, my
Even if
taste
you
buds
had a
are,
palate cleanser, even if you had a palate cleanser, that is not the best Truly ever.
It's majority cucumber flavor. Am I crazy?
And I feel no. To me, it's like cucumber and nothing but tequila, but bad tequila. Because like
Okay.
I like cucumbers and I like watermelon, and what I tasted in that can was like majority shitty tequila.
maybe it's just the like Alabama, like maybe they sent the wrong like thing to you guys or
Look,
whatever.
it's not bad. It's just very like disarming, I think is the best word.
I guess I don't find anything offensive about it. So
What do you got right there, Lynn?
I'm drinking the Lime Classic because Tyler told me to last episode.
That one's my favorite of the pack. It's just
and
a
it
Presidente.
smells really good.
It's just a Presidente.
That's Sprite, but great.
Dude, right?
wait, what's wrong with
Yeah,
Sprite?
no, that's good.
No.
No, that's I'm saying it's Sprite, but alcoholic. I should
Okay.
say,
Which
it's
is
good.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like
I
that one.
haven't tried the mango chile one, but I am hoping
Say that again.
it's as good as. No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I hope it's as good as just regular mango Truly because I like the mango Truly.
That's the thing. I mean, Adrian had that one on the podcast once, and I had it when I went home because I provide the alcohol for us, so I get to keep them at home.
Right.
There is not an ounce of chili in that. That is, it is just a mango margarita. Now, that being said, it's delightful.
No, yeah, it was great.
I love a mango margarita, but it's not what you told me it was gonna be.
By the way, remember those drinks that you got us last time?
Which ones?
It was, the blue
The ones that got you
raspberry.
absolutely shit faced.
Oh yeah, the Smirnoff Smashes.
Yeah, so I tried the blueberry one when I got home.
Uh huh.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. Did you get fucking sloshed?
Of course I did.
Dude, those things, like, they're big, so obviously it's gonna be more. Those things like laid us out.
Well, they're tall cans. They have
Even
like,
then, like, were those like 8%?
those were they usually are 8%.
God damn, baby.
Yeah,
I'm-
no, but like
I mean,
next
if
time
I've
I go
said
to a
this-
BYOB, I know what I'm bringing.
yeah, no, like
yeah, stop. Go ahead.
I had a free weekend, so I'm like, well, I guess I'm just drinking this, and I did. I just drank that and watched Full Metal Alchemist the entire weekend. It was amazing.
I gave one to Meg, the other one that I had, and man, she was a drunk ass bitch, like all night. She was giggly and floppy, and eventually she just fell in bed and went to sleep.
I really want to see Meg drunk one of these days. I don't think I've ever actually seen that.
She actually turns into an anime girl when she's drunk.
like
very,
literally,
like very touches fingers together. Ooh,
Oh.
like
I
her
want to
voice
try
gets
one of those
higher.
things. But I feel like I am such a lightweight at this point that I would just like
Lindsay,
I would
it-
get through half the can and fall over.
It will fuck you up. Like,
Because like, okay, so stop me if I've said the story on the podcast or like to you guys before.
I will not.
I live within walking distance of this Mexican restaurant called Senor Tequila.
Okay, I don't know if you've told this on the show, but
I feel like
was
I've heard
here
it.
for this.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, it was a Thursday afternoon after work, and I'm like, I'm hungry, but it's really nice out. It's like the first really nice spring day of the year. I'm gonna go for a walk and go walk over and get dinner. And I walk over to the restaurant. It's like a 5-minute walk from my apartment. I sit down at the bar and I'm like, you know what? I'll have a beer while I'm waiting. And I said, you know, they didn't have a ton of options on draft, so I got a Michelob Ultra. I couldn't say that.
Michelin.
No,
Michelin Man.
I mean, like, that's probably correct, but it's a Michelob.
It's a Michelin.
No, but like in the industry, it's a Michelob.
No, well, you're wrong.
tell that to every restaurant worker in the world.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
right?
yeah.
Anyway.
They call them Mick Ultras.
Got it.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's Michelin.
And-
But okay.
the girl behind the bar says, "Do you want a tall?" And I'm thinking like,
Adrian, say
When I
Worcestershire
think-
sauce.
It's the hardest thing to say. Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
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 Yeah,
I start
that's
throwing
what
in
I
extra
said.
syllables.
Worcestershire.
Michelob.
Michelin.
Go on, Lindsay. Tell us about your
Girl
your
behind the
drunk
bar
ass-
says, "Do you want a tall?" And I said, "Why not?" You know. And I'm thinking a tall is the difference between like a 12 ounce and a 16 ounce.
Nope.
Or
A tall is
maybe
22.
like, or like a 16 ounce and a 22. This was like literally 3 beers in one giant goblet.
Have you
It
ever been
was
to a yard house?
huge.
Do they have
No, I
yard
haven't.
houses in
Oh
wherever
yeah,
you're
actually,
from?
so at least where we're from, I don't know where else there are. There's a restaurant called Yard House. They cannot legally sell these anymore, but they used to sell something called the Yardstick. It was literally a bottle a yard long that was filled with beer.
Now,
Wait,
now
no, is that like the I call
Yes.
them bongs?
Yes, they look like a giant.
they
bong.
look like giant bongs.
Yeah.
It's
no,
illegal
we
to
have
sell
those.
them. Oh,
Yeah.
do you? Okay.
Well, now they can only sell half yards.
Half yards. It's still massive.
It's still way more than any one being should drink. Which one is that? Which marshmallow is that? Is
is
that a
it-
churro?
This is a churro. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's
Is
like
it
they crushed a
like
churro
a-
and rolled a marshmallow in it. It's
No.
good, right?
Ooh. Is it like is there a spigot at the end of it?
No, you drink
Or
it
is
from the
it
top,
one?
like with a big
Oh,
straw.
okay. No,
I
this is
think.
not what I'm thinking of. So the thing where it's like a giant tube in the middle of the table and it's got a spigot at the bottom, and then everyone at the table can drink it.
No,
Oh,
this is
no.
for one person.
This is for one single
my God.
human.
Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
There was one time I had 3.
3 yards.
I was like 22, 23.
This dude
Yeah,
out here
th-
drinking a fucking meter.
It was a bad idea.
That's not what a meter is.
Anyway, so this goblet of Michelob Ultra, I hadn't eaten anything that day. It was like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening.
Again, but Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of Michelob? Sorry, go on.
I hadn't eaten shit all day and I'm already a relative lightweight. I got so drunk and I didn't even finish it. Like I got like really close to finishing it and I'm like on Discord talking to people
To
like in
me.
chat and having a grand old time. It was a lot of people. I was in our guild Discord for Guild Wars 2. I was talking to you. I was sending messages to my would-be girlfriend. Like I was just going crazy.
Because we had
And
a play date.
I see that there's a bunch of people in a Discord channel, and I'm like, I'm going to take my happy ass home right now, and I'm going to waddle my way back to the apartment. And I got in Discord, and I went on a walk with just myself. Anyone watching me, like, driving by, must have thought I was just absolutely, like, on crack. I was just like, having a grand old time, talking to my friends. Still somehow had the wherewithal to mute myself when I wasn't actively speaking, because I was probably just, like, making weird noises and having the wind like in my microphone.
All right, quick, Lindsay, put yourself in the headspace again. You're walking down the street. You're on Discord. Your drunk ass is wandering home. Someone is walking towards you. You have the urge to say hello. He's wearing a hat. Go.
Yeehaw, my dude!
My God.
Good. But every time you say that, like, it reminds me of the Rob Cantor Shia LaBeouf song. Have you ever heard that?
The actual Cannibal
What?
Shia LaBeouf?
That's the
Actual
one.
cannibal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good
Because
one.
it starts with you're walking in the woods. Yeah. I forgot the rest of it, but it always reminds me of that. You said it like 3
But-
times tonight.
It's
But, like,
the easiest
because
way to
of
bring
that-
someone into a role play.
Oh, for sure. If it wasn't for that goblet, I probably wouldn't even hesitate to try this giant can of alcohol that you two got absolutely smashed on.
Dude, that thing was so good, though. I love that thing. Adrian, this is your episode.
It is.
I'm just kind of babbling till you say something.
So tonight we're talking about the green children of Woolpit.
Yay?
Yay.
Is
Is that a yay from me, dog?
I guess.
Is
What-
this like the college drinking game where you put the little green man on your cup, and if you don't take him off every time you sip, you got to take another drink?
I didn't
Lindsay,
know that
what
was a
the
thing.
fuck are you
What the
talking about?
You've never heard of it?
Lindsay, what the fuck are you on about?
You've never played Ring of Fire, and like there was you draw the card where you have to make up a rule, and a really common one was there's a little green man sitting on your cup, and every time you take a drink, you have to remove him so
This
you
just
don't
sounds like
accidentally
Charlie
swallow him.
McDennis. This just actually
I'm
sounds like
not
Charlie
making it
McDennis.
up. I am not making it up. Every college kid on YouTube, support me. I know I'm not
See,
lying.
we went to a normal college. We just played fucking beer pong all day.
All fucking day. And then occasionally I bring
Really
my
never-
GameCube and be like, challenge me to double dash. And
Except
people
for
would be
that
like,
one
fuck
time-
you, I'll challenge you.
Well-
I'll be like, you're dead, kid.
Except for that one time that you brought your laptop and we just played fishing simulator all night.
that's right.
Yeah, true story.
I
Yeah.
brought my laptop and we were all drinking and I was like, dude, I've been playing. They were like, hey, what games do you have? And there was like fishing simulator, and they were just like,
We
what are you doing
literally
that? And I opened it, and we literally sat there,
like
catching fish
in lawn
for
chairs,
hours.
and like there was a whole thing where like, oh my god, that's a big honker.
Yeah, that's where I get honkers from. That's why I always call fish honkers,
Oh,
because I called it a honker, and then everyone started calling them honkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Anyways.
So what's the little green man shit?
All right, so the green
No,
children
not
of
you,
Woolpit.
her.
Oh, her.
You can wait.
Sure.
Do you know what Ring of Fire is?
No.
Okay, so it's a drinking game where you have a red solo cup in the middle, right? And you put a deck of cards
Is this going
around
to turn
it.
into soggy waffle?
Is that what happens when you drink it in the middle?
Continue. Just continue.
Okay.
Adrian
And
knows
each
what I'm talking
card
about.
has a rule where if you draw it, it's like 4 is for whores, all the women in the room have to drink, or 6 is for dicks,
Well,
all the
that's
guys in the
super
room have to drink.
misogynistic.
Look, I'm already
This-
canceled like 3 episodes ago. I'm
This
only getting
genuinely-
better.
I know neither of you have seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but for anyone who has, this is actually just Charlie McDennis. Or Charlie McDennis 2 Electric Boogaloo, which is where that meme comes from.
And usually one of the face cards is you get to like create a custom rule about what happens when that card is drawn,
This is
or
literally
like,
Charlie McDennis.
and a lot of people would do the little green man, and you would put him, you would like do the little pinch your fingers together and put him on the rim of your cup, and every time you would go to drink, you'd have to remove him from the rim of your cup, put him down, take a drink, and put him back. And if you didn't, you would drink even more. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I just put my hand up. I forgot this isn't a visual medium.
One day if we get followers, we might start actually recording the video.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be 2 fat dudes and a small chick drinking. Like,
So, the little green man, is it an imaginary green man, or is someone like
oh
a
yeah, does someone have a
designated
physical green man?
No, he's imaginary. That's why it's hard to remember that he's there, because you're getting more and more drunk, and you have a imaginary green man on your cup, and then when you go drink without removing him, suddenly everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta drink again! You didn't remove that little man."
Miss Lindsay, Adrian has his hand up. I think he has a
I
question.
see
Miss
he
Lindsay.
does. Go ahead.
does he have to be green?
Yeah, I feel a little weird talking about his skin color.
I don't know. Maybe he's wearing green.
Oh fuck.
Well, I guess, sure.
Then he's a cuck.
Okay. But anyways, no, this is not
What
that.
are your little green man?
All right, so the green children of Woolpit.
This is an interruption again, but it's actually on subject.
Sure.
Woolpit?
Woolpit.
Spell this?
Woolpit.
Oh, exactly how it sounds. Okay.
Woolpit. Yeah. Also, disclaimer. I wrote this like months ago.
Did you just forget to do this episode?
Basically, we forgot to do this episode. I think it was one of those weeks where you were like, by the way, I'm doing a 2-parter.
Oh, yeah.
And like
it's
I already
probably, like,
did it.
zombies or whatever.
And then like the next week, I was like, I'm gonna do something else.
Just forgot you had it.
And
All right.
yeah. So like, don't ask me a whole lot of questions because it's not fresh in my mind. So, all right, let's look at this thing.
Let's just get into it.
All right, so this is the story. One day at harvest time, according to William of Newburgh, during the reign of King Stephen, which was around 1135 to 1154,
Okay.
the villagers of Woolpit
Started
discovered...
dancing.
No, this was
Shit.
400 years earlier. So, villagers of Woolpit discovered 2 children, a brother and a sister, beside one of the wolf pits that gave the village its name.
Do you know what a wool pit is? Is it just a pit where there's sheep?
That's, I mean, apparently it's named after wolf pits.
A wolf pit, but it's spelled like...
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Dumbass town.
Yeah,
Is this like the Black-Eyed Children?
kind of. Not really. no.
Because those creep me the fuck out.
Yeah, no, that's a great story. But
Lindsay, as of recording, have we put that episode up?
Yeah, you have. That was freaky. They were freaky.
I did not
I
expect to be like
remember-
freaked out by that.
I think I was blasted throughout the
you
whole night.
were blasted.
'Cause
I
all right.
remember that.
Yeah, because around the area where I work, there's like a ton of breweries, and like I think around the time that we recorded that, like we were doing some work for these breweries, and they would just like give us beer, and like we had to drink it, or
Damn.
else it would go bad.
There's literally a place where there's a bar across from a bar that's next to a bar.
Exactly. Yeah, there is.
But one of them sells Mexican food.
They do not great Mexican
Is
food.
it not? I haven't tried them.
They're all right.
Rip.
They have a burrito called the Cincinnati. It's pretty good.
Well, now last I checked, Cincinnati is not in Mexico.
No. It's in the imaginary land of Ohio, where Elden Ring takes place.
Right.
So is it more or less imaginary than Arkansas?
No,
What's
Arkansas
Arkansas?
is a real place. It's just that Adrian is inept. Arkansas is a real place. Ohio is not a real place.
No.
Though.
No.
See, Arkansas, is a real place because they made the fake place Kansas.
Yes.
Right, but what they did, it's like when you do a D&D campaign and you want to like name somebody, so you take a real thing and you just like shift it around a little bit. They just
Mhm.
took the AR off of it and they were like, just make this Kansas.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Arkansas is real, yeah, Adrian. That's actually a real place.
Got it. Okay. Anyways, so these children, right, discovered in the wolf pits that gave the town its name. Only one thing that was really weird about them: their skin was green.
Green, you say?
Yeah, and they spoke an unknown language, and their clothing was unfamiliar to anyone in the town.
The thing that bothers me the least is the weird clothing.
Really?
Like, because I don't fucking know. Like, you can dress how you want. I don't give a shit. The language seems normal. Like, people probably only knew the dialect of the town they were in. This is like the 1100s, you said?
1100s, yeah.
Yeah, but the green skin, you got me on green skin.
Yeah.
If it was yellow, I'd be like, those kids are dying of jaundice, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Ralph reports that the children were taken to the home of Richard Duquesne.
What a cool name.
Amazing
Richard
name.
Duquesne? Oh, dude, that is a dual-wield specialist half-elf fighter if I've ever heard one.
Dude, I'm making a blood hunter and naming him this.
Richard Duquesne?
Yeah.
What race is he?
I'm gonna say dark elf.
I don't know if Richard Duquesne fits a dark elf as much.
You don't think so?
Maybe a half elf though, like half elf
Maybe-
or human,
Sure.
because it sounds more human.
Or just human.
What
Why
say
not?
you, Lindsay? What say you?
This is not going in the direction I thought this was going to go to be, because I was going to say Dick Duquesne, which is really just redundancy.
Oh,
Maybe
shit,
he's
she's
a
right.
vampire.
Can you be a blood hunter and a vampire?
I don't see why not.
Well-
Actually, yeah. Well, you could be a blood hunter and a werewolf because I know that
vampires don't have blood.
That's true.
Because don't blood hunters use blood magic? Isn't that like their jam?
That is, yes.
I don't think you
yeah.
could do that.
You got me. Yeah.
Unless you carried a bunch of phylacteries around like on a bandolier.
Yo.
Oh my god, Richard Duquesne's gonna be so cool.
Anyways,
Oh my god.
so Ralph and William agree that the pair refused all food for several days until they came across some raw broad beans, which they consumed eagerly.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I don't even like cooked beans, man. Raw beans?
Yeah.
Aren't raw beans like hard?
Yes, they are.
Were they just swallowing them?
I guess.
This is actually a genuine question. Can you chew a raw bean or is it too hard?
There's some people with really strong jawbones that actually can. I have an uncle who does that shit.
Oh god.
yeah.
Oh, that
He opens
I
a
don't-
beer can with his teeth. It's
That is
fucking
very
freaky.
bad for your teeth.
Yeah.
I've seen people do that, but yeah, no, I like feel physical pain watching them do
I
that.
can do
He-
the thing where you hit it against like a tabletop.
Yeah. No, he's in his 60s and he still does it.
He's not gonna have teeth any longer.
Oh, probably. But he's already made it to 60 like that. Like, I mean. Anyways,
Good for him, I guess.
the children gradually adapted to normal food and in time lost their green color. The boy who appeared to be the younger of two became sickly and died shortly after he and his sister were baptized.
Sorry, that's really funny to me.
yeah.
May
yeah.
the Holy Spirit answer you and take you to fucking hell.
Damn.
No, they were baptized. They're going straight to heaven. I think that's the deal.
Depends which sect you asked. I've been baptized. Have you guys been baptized?
I have.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've been confirmed too.
Hell yeah. See you guys in
Were you?
heaven. Fuck yeah.
See, I didn't do the confirmation.
Were you guys raised Catholic?
Yeah.
I was raised
I mean, my
Protestant.
mom. My mom went to Catholic school as a kid and was like, I'm never making my kids do this, but I do want them to do CCD so we can at least have them understand like the faith that I grew up with. And then after that, I don't give a shit what you do. So she's like, get confirmed and then go nuts. And that's what I did. I got confirmed and now I'm agnostic.
Yeah, see, I was raised Protestant, and so we did the baptism thing. My dad baptized me in our pool. Not like a big one or anything, because Protestants you can fucking do it whenever. Yeah, no, okay. I know Catholicism was a lot more rigid.
The Catholic would be a little pissed about that.
We didn't have confirmation though.
So I grew up. I mean, my uncle's a priest, so my family is very, very religious. My baptism is actually on YouTube. You can watch a baby Adrian get baptized if you really wanted to.
Oh my god!
Real?
I'm gonna go get 2 of those Smirnoff Smashes. I'm gonna get fucked up, and I'm gonna be like, look, he's a little baby in the water.
Yeah. Anyways, so after learning to speak English, the children, Ralph says...
Wait, where did this happen? Like, what country?
This happened... All right. So, Woolpit, not entirely sure. I'm assuming it's in England.
Well, yeah, because...
It sounds like an English name, yeah.
If it's not England, it's like Wales or fucking, I don't know, Woolpit. Sounds like Scotland or something.
Wales isn't a real place.
No, that's an animal.
Okay, yeah, it is a village in England.
Okay, so there you go.
Because you said English, and I was like, hold the fucking phone.
Yeah. So
apparently, in 2011, Woolpit Parish had a population of 1,995.
Huh.
There's less than 2,000 people living there. Jesus
Currently,
Christ.
yeah. So after learning to speak English, the children, or just the girl that survived, explained that they came from a land where the sun never shone and the light was like twilight. William says the children called their home St. Martin's Land. Ralph adds that everything there was green. According to William, the children were unable to account for their arrival in Woolpit. They had been herding their father's cattle when they heard a loud noise, which, according to William, it's the bells of whatever church.
Like the church, yeah. It's so funny to me that it's like we're green and we come from a land that's green, because holy shit, if they were blue, the jokes will write themselves. They're blue, dabu doo dabu die.
Yeah. So
well, he was green and he died, so
that's true.
Yeah.
Which would eventually potentially make him blue.
Potentially.
Dabu dee dabu die.
So they were attracted by the sound of the bells from the church, and suddenly found themselves by the wolf pit where they were found. Ralph says that they had become lost when they followed the cattle into a cave, and being guided by the sound of the bells, eventually emerged into our land.
These kids are dumb as bricks.
It was the 1100s.
These kids were dumb as bricks.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, are they though?
So
she was just recounting, like...
Be real with me. Have you ever heard a church bell go off?
Yes.
Have you ever thought, I want to go over there? Have you thought, shut the fuck up? You're so goddamn loud.
Well, there's a difference. Whenever I hear it, it's probably like in the middle of a fucking city or whatever. Whereas these kids were probably lost in the woods, heard bells, and thought, oh, civilization.
Okay, you got me there. But then they were like, that's a fucking cow. I'm going to chase its ass.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at a cow and thought, I'm going to chase its ass? Or have you looked at a cow and been like, damn, that smells like shit?
I mean...
Or seen a gif of a cow on the internet and been like, that thing's super cute. It's unfortunately also delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, cows are really cute, but they're delicious.
Have I ever told you about my goat when I was a kid?
Did somebody get your
goat?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, well, not me, but like, all right, I think I was like 2 or 3 or whatever, and I remember all of this.
Did the chupacabra get your goat?
Hang on, even worse.
Oh no!
So I had a goat. His name was Henry. It was a great goat. Basically raised him. And I remember one time, my grandma told me, "Oh my God, Henry is gone."
What?
Yeah, and
what
he was gone.
To Henry?
I don't know, but it's fine because that day they made birria, and I love birria.
Oh no! Did you
no.
eat Henry?
And like my cousin fucking Dick Cesar, fuck you. I was eating, like, I fucking love birria. And, like, he was like, you know who you're eating, right?
You ate Henry?
No.
And, like, it wasn't just me, because it was, like, a bunch of us. Like, me and my other cousins loved Henry. And then that fucking dick told us, like, you're eating him. Dude.
Fuck him.
I'm emotionally scarred, and I never even knew him.
Yeah, so now 25 years later, still, like, that's a core memory for me.
Oh my god, dude, your Inside Out movie would be fucked up.
Yeah.
Holy shit. You ate Henry?
Yeah, so
Confirmed it was Henry, not just some other goat?
Yeah, confirmed. I remember because my mom was like, "Why the fuck would you tell them that?"
Why would you kill and eat Henry?
Well, they were gonna kill him, like, regardless. That's why they had him.
Wrong answer.
It was Mexico.
Mexico, bad. No, stop that.
Anyways.
I hate that story.
Yeah. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Emotional scarring. the kids.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yeah.
The kids found a cow and then heard a bell and then ate some beans.
Yeah, and then
died.
they walked into a cave and emerged in our land. According to Ralph, the girl was employed for many years as a servant in Richard DeCane's household, where she was considered to be, quote, very wanton and impudent.
Can you define either of those?
No, I can't. That's why I said it the way I said it.
Wanton? What is it?
So,
wanton.
How do you spell it?
Okay.
Wanton.
Yeah, wanton.
Yeah,
it's unrestrained, playful.
Yeah.
Sure.
Normally though, it's very unfortunate they use that because historically wanton is used when you're not just frolicking and playful, but that in a sexual context.
You're flirting. Yeah, you are flirting.
Yeah, that
with
means
your body.
Exactly correct.
Well, she did eventually marry a man from King's Lynn, about 40 miles from Woolpit, where she was still living shortly before he wrote. So before he wrote the story of these weird green children. Based on his research into Richard DeCane's family history, the astronomer and writer Duncan Lunan has concluded that the girl was given the name Agnes and that she married a royal official named Richard Barr.
Not as cool of a name.
Not as cool.
It's still redundant, though.
Dick
Barr.
Dick Barr. Yeah. Sounds fun.
Admiral Dick Barr.
It is spelled cool, though. It's Barre.
Wouldn't that be Barre?
No, it's Barr. It's England.
I don't know about that.
Lindsay?
Adrian's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, fuck me.
Yeah. Been wanting to. The story has been passed down for decades, with specifics of it being changed throughout the years based on whoever tells it, but the core of the story stays the same. Yeah, I mean, it's a story from the 1100s.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be some changes.
Yeah.
Even if you prefer one account over the others, a larger question remains. Is the story a folktale or some botched version of actual history? If the story is based on actual events, there are very few plausible explanations that explain the green hue in their skin.
I know Lindsay and I mentioned this earlier about, like, if they said yellow, we would have thought jaundice. I believe there is a mutated strain of, like, malaria or something that actually does jaundice you, but it's more of a green than a yellow. I know that is a thing. I don't know if it's
leprosy make your skin like a weird
leprosy makes your skin fall off, I'm pretty sure.
There's also mercury poisoning that I think turns your skin blue.
That's silver poisoning.
Silver poisoning. No, I knew it was one of those metals. So, theories. Let's just get the obvious one out of the way.
Aliens.
I mean, of course it's aliens. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, so green skin, talking about a land that definitely doesn't sound like Earth, and not being able to speak the language.
You know, I gotta say, too, I'm really glad that you did this episode after we did Hollow Earth. Because they specifically mentioned a world where the sun doesn't shine.
Yeah, which
does
that's
sound-
where my mind went
Yeah,
to.
that does line up with Hollow Earth shit, especially with the idea that, like, even if you're not talking about reptilians or draconians being like green lizard people, because these are clearly not lizard people,
Right.
but just aliens living under the crust of the earth in the Hollow Earth, like that is a whole thing. I will say though, on the alien front, as the resident alien dude, the idea of little green men being aliens, that is a very modern interpretation. I mentioned it
Right.
a little bit when we did the Hopkinsville Goblins. The Hopkinsville Goblins are considered silver or gray, which stays in line with the short gray aliens.
Right.
But when publications picked up the story to sell it, to the world, they took creative liberties and called them Little Green Men, which is the start of that. And that was not until hundreds of years after this.
Yeah.
Like 700 or 800 years after
Yeah,
this.
yeah. So it's not. I mean, the green skin, like, that doesn't sound like aliens. If anything, like alien, quote unquote, it would be Hollow Earth. If we were, talking crazy.
Well,
'Cause,
crazy is
yeah.
a strong word.
Because they do say they came out of a cave into our world.
Which really lines up with Hollow Earth shit.
Exactly. But like, no. No.
Yeah, that's also bullshit, is I believe why you're knowing.
Yeah, no. I mean, unless, Lindsay, do you believe in Hollow Earth? Oh,
I
well,
don't-
that episode hasn't
I
come out
haven't
yet.
heard this episode yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a recording. Yeah.
So,
we haven't heard that.
We'll have to return to that question after I've listened to the episode.
It's not an entire. All right. So basically, there's a theory that the inside of the Earth is hollow, and that there's like giant holes on the North and South Pole.
There's like 5 layers that are concentric and spinning.
Yeah. Well, that's a different model,
Oh,
but
okay,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, where there's like just holes that
There's
like
a butthole
go
in Antarctica.
into. Yeah, there's a butthole in Antarctica that you could like physically walk, and like the way that gravity works is like when an ant like just walks up a wall or whatever.
Yeah, you know
Where,
those
like,
when
the
you
gravity
go to a
just, like,
book
carries
fair
over?
as a kid, there'd be those tubes that had like water and sparkles in them.
Mhm.
Those like squishy things, you know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
I think they're called
Yeah.
water snakes. Yeah, that's the Earth.
Yep.
That's what the Earth is shaped like.
Okay, so Hollow Earth is full of shit, but I would believe in a butthole in Antarctica.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there are scientists and penguins in Antarctica, and I'm sure at least some of them have buttholes. So that checks out.
A large Earth-shaped butthole.
Would you fuck the Earth's butt?
Mother Earth?
Planet Earth? Mother Earth, obviously.
Yeah.
I love every depiction of almost every depiction I've seen of like Mother Earth as like a humanoid, like anthropomorphized like thing.
You
Uh-huh.
don't say she has huge titties, I'm gonna be really surprised.
She always has huge titties and she's always thick as hell. And I like that. I like that Mother Earth is a fucking queen, dude.
Yeah. All right. So that's one theory. Second theory, they came from another dimension.
Did they come down in a bubble, Doug?
Shut the fuck up. So, children that say that they came to Woolpit from a cave, maybe that cave led them from another dimension. Who's to say that that's not that's not what happened?
Resident alien freak tuning in again. There's an annoying that I don't like theory about aliens, that they're not extraterrestrial, they're extra dimensional, so that would still fit in line with alien shit. It's not like the Pleiadians who are astral projecting from like a different point in space, but it's more based on the Norse mythology, where it's like the 9 realms exist in the same space. They're just stacked on top of each other, like dimensionally. So that does fall in line with alien shit.
Yeah.
Even though I'm mad about it.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I'm assuming that when they say this, they mean something like, have you guys seen Coraline?
Yes.
No, that movie, like, I understand it's supposed to look a little creepy, but I can't get past how creepy the main character looks.
It's a spooker.
All right, so next thing, arsenic poisoning.
Okay.
So the story goes that their caretaker, an earl from Norfolk,
Okay.
left them to die in a forest near the Norfolk-Suffolk border.
Known as naturalization.
Sure. Arsenic poisoning could lead to hyperpigmentation, which is the darkening of skin, paleness, cyanosis, which is blue-tinged skin,
Okay.
or jaundice.
Okay, and like green jaundicing is a thing.
Yeah, so skin turning green, even if only slightly, it's only based on arsenic poisoning.
Interesting.
So, like, you guys were right that it might have something to do with jaundice.
Just, I don't know shit about arsenic. Is that a naturally occurring thing?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. Don't.
Arsenic is a naturally occurring element that is found in combination with either inorganic or organic substances to form many different compounds. Inorganic arsenic compounds are found in soils, sediments, and groundwater. So yeah, I guess you could potentially get arsenic poisoning from dirty water is what I'm seeing here. So that is an option.
Yeah. So another more likely and less depressing culprit is chlorosis, which is a type of iron deficiency spawned from malnutrition that leads to a greenish complexion. It was then known as green sickness.
Man, they were not creative, huh?
No, they were not. Chlorosis was a historical disease that was also known to be called the Virgin's Disease.
Oh.
Where
is this going?
Yeah, if you haven't fucked, you're turning green, baby.
Yeah. So it was thought to predominantly affect young unmarried women. Early accounts of the Virgin's Disease described a variety of symptoms such as delirium, fever, torpor, which I don't know what it is, numbness, paleness, and suppression of menstruation.
Torpor, I'm going to make sure here. Torpor is when you, a state of physical or mental inactivity is same to lethargy.
Got it.
It basically just means like you can't fucking or won't fucking like do anything.
Got it.
I also love that in the Middle Ages they were like, this woman is unmarried, she must be a virgin, and it's like, man, can you imagine plucking someone from that era and being like, look at all those women in that crowd, they've all boned down with a bunch of dudes that they didn't even know the name of, because we have this thing called Tinder and people are boning like crazy, and he'd be like, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
And then you put him on Tinder and he's like, no, hold on, I might not kill myself yet.
Nah, Tinder sucks now.
He'd probably still be able to bone down. He'd be like, I'm from 1125. And you know some chick would be like, yeah, I'd hit it.
That's true.
Someone's going to be wanting to hit that.
Someone would be like, I want to be the first person to bone the person from 1125.
Exactly. Like, are you telling me if aliens existed and they were like kind of hotties, you wouldn't want to be the guy who's like, I fucked the first alien?
But have you heard that study that scientists might think that,
Man,
like...
he just swerved right past that, huh?
Yeah, he really did.
Hang on, no. There's a study where, like, people are like, all right, what if aliens come here and, like, you can't fuck them?
I'll kill myself.
That would be so unfortunate.
Right? Like, I think...
I want fuckable aliens.
I want a fuckable alien.
Do you think that... Now we're just getting into social studies here. Do you think being... attracted primarily to aliens would be a new sexuality?
I think so.
Absolutely.
Do you think it would be considered one, or if they were like very clearly, at least to human standards, male and female, it would just still be considered like...
Well, humans just love to gender and
good point,
gender everything, so...
So what would it be if I only want to fuck human ladies and alien ladies? What would you call that? Bispecial?
I guess.
Heterophobia. Wait, no, that's me. I would be homophobe. Wait, no, hold on.
You're a homophobe?
No.
I knew it. I knew she was a homophobe.
I would be
ever since she
heterophobia mixed with xenophobia is where my brain went.
Okay, that means you're afraid of it though.
Right, that's exactly. So heterosexual.
You would be afraid.
I like heterosexual.
Yeah. You would be afraid to fuck aliens?
No.
Although xenosexual makes more
we
sense.
don't know. We don't know if I would have to see the aliens first.
What if it was like an alien or like a human, but they were blue and they had like a tail or something?
What if the alien was just a really good person?
Yeah, what if they had a really nice personality and a good brain?
Yeah, what if you just had like a ton in common?
Yeah,
and like you're not attracted to them like physically, but like just their soul is just like.
Well,
because if you don't want to fuck that alien, I think that you're just a bad person.
You are basically describing my criteria for sleeping with someone as a demisexual person.
So you would fuck that alien.
If we had a strong emotional bond, yes.
I'm telling your girlfriend that you're gonna
Yeah.
cheat on her with an alien.
No, she listens to the podcast.
My girlfriend knows I'd hit an alien.
All right, so, sorry again. I haven't read this in a few months.
I thought you were just like, wow, I can't believe you didn't invite me to the alien three-way.
I feel like I would be invited to the alien.
Of course you'd be invited to the alien.
Meg wouldn't be invited.
If I found an alien chick who wanted to bone down and wanted a three, I'd be like, I know just the guy.
Exactly. I fucking love aliens. Theoretical aliens. Actually, no. Demi Lovato said that calling them aliens is bad. She says it's fuck, what did she call it?
Extraterrestrial?
Yeah, you have to call them extraterrestrials.
I'm gonna keep calling them an alien until they tell me not to.
Sure.
There is a level of if the aliens have body parts and things that would hurt me, I would not want to bone down.
Obviously.
I mean,
but,
there's
like,
body parts on humans that could hurt
but
you.
I'm
guys
saying
put their
there was,
dicks in mouths.
Yeah.
Those are
But
filled
I'm
with
saying-
teeth.
But I'm saying, even if it was like unavoidable pain, and there would still be someone out in the universe who's like, I want to be the first person to fuck this alien, even if it results in my dick getting chopped off because they have weird vaginal teeth.
Incredibly true and me. What?
That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
All right. So
I just want to bang an alien. That's all.
yeah, I know. I
I don't
agree.
think that's weird.
So yet another and perhaps more likely theory postulates that they were the children of Flemish immigrants who were persecuted and killed, possibly in the Battle of Fornham in 1173. Don't ask me what any of those words meant.
I followed that. Don't worry about that. Basically, the Flemish were a group of people. There was a war that they had with the Flemish. If a Flemish town was invaded and pillaged, and these children got away, then they would likely be orphans of Flemish descent. I don't know why they've decided that the Flemish orphans are now green.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like, why do Flemish people have green skin?
Now, the Flemish did not have green skin. Just
They
to be
did not
clear.
know.
They were just humans, if you can believe it. I feel like that description might have left out the past description as well
hang
of
on.
being like the Flemish children got away from being killed and then they got arsenic poisoning or malnourished while they were wandering through the woods, went a little crazy, heard a bell, and then ate some beans.
So you're actually very close.
Okay.
So it's possible that the children had been orphaned, suffered a poor diet while lost and on their own,
Yeah.
and eventually just made their way to Woolpit from Fornham St. Martin by following the clanging bells.
I mean, yeah. It's still weird as shit that they're green and eat beans, but...
Well, I mean, okay, but like if they're eating a poor diet, like your skin changes. Like it can change color
absolutely.
by eating a poor diet.
Now the thing I'm caught up on is them being like, those beans cooked? No? Hand them over. Like that's my biggest issue now. They're just like, I want to eat. Because you've seen children. You've met one or two, I'm sure.
One or two, sure.
Are children the type of people to eat anything you put in front of them? Or are children the type of people to be like, I like two things and I will eat nothing more?
Yes. That's
Yeah.
second.
You would not be able to put an uncooked raw ass bean in front of a child and get them to eat it.
No, but like, okay.
Exactly what I'm saying.
But if they were orphaned and were forced to survive in the woods for God knows how long, like potentially.
But that wouldn't be the food. Like, I get what you're saying of like, they're desperate. They're going to eat anything. Yes, sure. Absolutely. But there's no way that they showed up in town and the townsfolk were like, the best I can do is some raw beans. They very much would have offered them like bread.
They
first.
did. And they didn't want to eat
And
any
they
of
didn't
it.
want to eat it. So they're not desperate.
No.
Or else they would have eaten the bread, something they would have known because that's a pretty universal food across most civilizations. Everyone came up with some kind of bread or bread-like product. The fact that they rejected all the foods and went like, nah, that's a tasty looking morsel, and just shoveled uncooked beans into their mouth, that is still the weirdest part to me.
Yeah. It's fucking strange. It's a strange situation. So what's the truth? Disappointingly, there are no firm conclusions here.
Of course. Yeah. What, have we ever had a firm conclusion?
No,
on
of
this
course not.
show?
If we did, this show wouldn't exist.
Great point.
So the original, maybe not so reliable sources are simply too vague in detail to draw answers from, and none of the theories fit well enough to land on any true credence to one.
The DLF effect.
Yeah. The theory that the green children were separated from foreign merchants on their way to a festival or something seems logical enough and seems the most likely of the current theory,
Incredibly plausible.
but lacks any real evidence and is impossible to prove.
Yeah, because how could you?
Yeah.
Like, even if you existed in that time, you wouldn't be able to do that.
No. Given the age of the story and the lack of details, it remains extremely unlikely that this one will ever be solved.
Yeah.
However, it remains a fascinating story. And like one that like alien researchers
must just
they
drool over.
fucking love this story.
Now, I would love to see the original publication of the story of these, because it seemed like it's kind of...
You could find it. It's very you just do a Google search, Green Children of Woolpit. It's a very popular story.
Oh yeah, no, but what I'm saying is when it was literally first recorded, not like the first article on
No, that's why you could like find the what's his name? The guy who first reported it.
Okay, are you aware? Was it on a broadsheet? Is this like the celestial phenomenon over
I don't think it was. No.
Okay, because that would have been my first guess that this was like on a broadsheet.
No.
This was just like a historian or just some dude being like,
he was a historian, I think. Yeah.
Not like a writer.
I wrote it down. Again, this was months ago. Don't quote me on specifics, but I think I said he was like a historian, or like he was one of those people that just like went around and were like, oh, hey, town that was kind of separated from the rest of England, you got any crazy stories for me? And like, that's it. Like, it's just this town story of these weird green children they found one day.
Yeah, I'm looking here.
Yeah,
it doesn't
look it
appear that it appeared on a broadsheet.
No.
Which is interesting, because that is the biggest reason why the celestial phenomenon. It's like, this didn't really happen.
Right.
Fascinating, but didn't happen.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's a weird one. It kind of reminds me how you're describing how he got the information. It does remind me of how the Kraken, if you remember, we talked about how the Kraken was like, this dude went around to different sailors and was like, tell me about fish that you've seen. Describe them best you can. And they were like, oh, there's red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish. There's also a giant crab squid. And the guy was like, crab squid, tell me more. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, they could have made it up. Or I think it was Jeremy's theory on the Mokele and Mbembe that like the white big game hunter showed up killing all the animals, and then the tribal people were just like, let's just tell this dude there's a fucking dinosaur. Like,
I mean, it's very possible. And you got to remember, this is just it's a very isolated incident. I mean, I think you said that there are currently only like less than 2,000 people living on this fucking city.
Like as of 2011.
Yeah. So like it's very possible it's just a local story that like fucking blew up, and I don't know. Personally, I mean, I did the research months ago.
Yeah.
Reading about it now,
it doesn't seem like there's really much to go on.
There's not much to go on. And well, the fact that like also the girl just like her skin became regular, she learned English.
Yeah,
and just lived a life. Yeah, it just sounds like she was sick. So like
the taken away from Flemish family during the war, arsenic poisoning in the woods, nurse back to health, brother didn't make it. That sounds like more than plausible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just sounds like a thing that would happen.
Yeah, but I mean, people hear green skin.
And it's weird.
And it's weird.
Very weird. Not as scary as the black-eyed children.
No, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Those, like, I think about those.
They were freaky.
They were freaky. Freaks me out.
I'm kind of disappointed because I remember reading the black-eyed children thing. Like, the very last thing I read was like, oh, also, if you're, like, researching about the black-eyed children, you're probably going to see them.
Yeah, or, like, you're going to fucking die.
Yeah. So, like, I'm very disappointed that, like, I have not seen any black-eyed children.
Yeah, thank you for the update on that. I was curious.
Yeah, it was months ago. I'm still holding out on it.
I hope you do. I know there's a thing with alien lore of like if you actively research aliens and actively want to be abducted by aliens, they can psychically know that and they will not do it. So rip me, dude. I want to get abducted by aliens. Be like, "What's up, guys? What do you want to know?"
I mean, they're probably not gonna like want a conversation with you. They're probably just gonna bend you over and probe the shit out of you.
I mean, whatever comes first.
Porque no las dos?
Yeah, then I'll be the first one to get fucked by an alien. That's just as good.
Yeah.
Oh man.